All right, folks, this is my tent. As they say, there's many like it, but this one is mine. This is my, you know what, in the many years I've been camping, I've owned everything from little ultralight tents to Walmart tents to Target tents, everything in between. This Gazelle T4 is what got me back into camping because it is just such an amazing freaking tent. I use it mainly fall, winter, and spring. I don't really camp in the summer. It's too hot for me. So here's what it is. Here's how I have her set up. Maybe this can help you out, but I love this tent. All right, let's start with the outside, shall we? Like I said, this is my Gazelle T4, and I have it in winter mode right now. What is this contraption, you'll ask? That is a V4 diesel heater. Next to it is a deep cycle battery that came out of my boat. Just a regular old deep cycle battery. Then there's a dryer vent that goes in the tent, pipes hot air in there. And next to it is, yes, Adam, it's a red can. It's full of diesel. You know what? Same type of plastic. Just don't put that in your lawnmower or it gets expensive. Anywho's, the Gazelle T4, I can't say enough good about. These things are so easy to put up. I was telling somebody this morning, even me, in my slow and lazy ways, I can have this thing set up, staked down, rain fly on, 15 minutes or less. It is such a fantastic tent. You'll see it has a bunch of windows. They're all closed because it is cold. By the way, right now the V4 is running on its lowest setting. And if you can see the fuel, it's been running since 8:30 last night. It's about 11:30 in the morning. So that thing is just a champ. I did have it on 60% all night from 8:30 till about 6 o'clock this morning. Maybe 8 o'clock this morning. That battery will go days. So to go into the tent, let's go in and go in her. This is my one complaint about this thing, is getting in it. Well, it's bare. Let's see if I can accurately capture without. By the way, I'm using my big camera to do this because I want a little better quality, so bear with me. But once we get inside the tent, if you'll look, this thing is so flippin' spacious. I can't even understate how spacious this is. Over there, you'll see where the heat comes in. I have thoughts on that. We'll get into that later, but that worked very well for this sleep system that I had tonight, or this last night. Otherwise, in the corner, what you don't see is a chair that I've already pulled out of there. I just have a regular old folding chair I put in there, sat in there this morning. That's my my clothes and personal pack. It's an old North Face Terra 35 that I've had for 20 plus years. Shoes on the floor, pajamas. This is just an old, like a Target throw blanket. I just throw it on the floor because when it is this cold outside, it is nice to put your feet on something that ain't freezing. Believe me, it's freezing. Side table, we've got the Rock Pals. That's powering some lights. Probably can't see them up there. All right, folks. Not sure where in the video this is going to go, but these are some rope lights I got off of Amazon for next to nothing. And they got a little remote controller. What's so nice about these is I can plug them into my Rock Pals power station and they are just good to go. And I have that remote control. So when I get in my tent, I get settled into bed, I hit off. When I wake up, I need to go to the bathroom, they come back on so I can see around my tent. Plus, they look kind of cool. Anyway, back to the review. But it powered them all night. It's got chargers in there. The little remote controls for the lights. That is a little temperature / carbon monoxide sensor. Anytime you're inside in a tent running heat, I don't care if the combustion's outside, run that. Just be careful. And just a little cheapy folding Amazon table that I can't see enough good about. Then my AirPods because I've got tinnitus and I need it. But let's check out the sleep system. Alrighty, woo! Here is my sleeping setup for this trip. Actually, for the last 2 camping trips I've done this, and I have thoughts on this. Okay, what you see down there on the bottom, poking out. You can see it in there. Cheap on Amazon futon mattress. It's just a cheap mattress. I'll put the link down below. On top of it is my cot pad. I think it's Teton Sports. That is not a cheapie. Worth every penny. No doubt. Can't recommend it enough. Have the matching cut to go with it, and we will talk about that in a second. And below it, or on top of that, you know what? The first winter camp out I went out in this tent, I picked up this. I realized that my old sleeping bag didn't fit me anymore, as I've got a little more round. So I picked up this cheapo Coleman from the Walmart, and I'm not kidding. I think it was maybe 50 or 60 bucks. This thing's been great. Kept me nice and warm. On top of that, you'll see a cheap Amazon wool blanket, Arcturus brand, I believe. I love this blanket so much. Yeah, I'm gonna be stocking up on them. I've had this one for a couple of years now. So what I did last night it was 17 degrees outside. I wrapped myself in the blanket, went into there. In the footwell, I have 2 of the hand warmers. Great idea, Chris from Barnyard Outdoors. Those things, oh man, that felt good on my feet. Threw 2 of those in there. Up top, that's 2 $7 pillows from the Walmart in Lebanon, Missouri, because somebody forgot his pillows, and I didn't want to use my pack for a pillow, so had to run into town to get those. But I can tell you that last night I was, once I got settled in, once I got laying down, I was warm. In fact, I woke up about 2:30 to go to the bathroom, settled back in. I don't know if I'm going to put the video in there, but once I actually got settled in, I actually ended up having to open up that window when I fell back asleep by I think about 3:30, because I was getting hot, believe it or not. I think the temperatures over there and over there last night said like 55 when I was getting hot. When I went to bed it said about 45, but my head was a little chilly, but not too bad. You can see right now 78. Yeah, it's 30 degrees outside. It is hot. And here we'll go down, see if I do this right. There's a different view of this setup. Next to my bed I have a headlamp. I throw up to go pee middle of the night, but there you go. Like I said, I can't say enough how, I don't know if it really comes in camera, how big this tent is. The best part is I am 6'2", and I'm standing straight up, and I have room at the top. Like, I just love this tent so much. If you're in the market for one, buy it. You will not regret it. When it gets windy, that's when this pole system gets a little, that's its nemesis, but I haven't had it blow down. I've had a side blow in on me, just had to guide a little more, and I was fine. So, there you go. I hope this helps somebody out. Again, I've had this thing twice now in the teens, and both times it's been fine. My only regret is the sleep system. I was perfectly cozy. I was actually concerned. I brought a thermarest with. I was concerned I would get cold because the ground got so cold last night. I had my canteen sitting right next to me. I put water in before I went to bed. When I woke up this morning to drink water, that water had ice in it. That's how cold the floor was, and that's part of why my back's acting up. On the bed itself, I was warm. I had no problem. So that was nice, but gosh, I have regrets on it. So there we go. There's my tent. I hope this helps you all out. If you're considering one of these, buy it. I'll have more thoughts on my sleep system here in a minute. All right, so what's my conclusion? Tent worked great. Diesel heater worked amazing. My downside was my sleep system, and that's just because of me and because of my bad back. And I should have cogitated what my friend Randy was telling me and had that vent for the diesel heater going underneath my cot so that underneath me was warm, and I'd have been fine. That was my only downside of the cot. Previously, I got cold underneath. So that's why I tried this. And my cot's kind of a pain in the butt to set up. But the downside was when I woke up when I'd have to get up and get up quick, my back didn't like that. And today I'm suffering for it. So it is what it is. Between that and the shovel and snow, it is what it is. But absolutely love this tent. Can't recommend it enough. This whole system, yeah, it worked great. No complaints. Anyway, thanks for watching.